Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone, and oh my god, has a lot happened in Bitcoin since my last video on the channel, which I just uploaded. And by the way, apologies for getting that video out a little bit later than I would have liked to. I recorded my last video right here, and as you can see, the Bitcoin price has gone straight up since then. So I thought I better make an emergency update video for you guys right now. But yeah, just before I get into this video, if you could just quickly leave a like on the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new, that really helps me out, and I put a lot of time and effort into these videos. So if you could just spend a couple of seconds to click like and subscribe, once again, that helps out the channel a lot, and I really appreciate all of your support that you're showing me. But yeah, anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So I mean, pretty obviously, Bitcoin has gone crazy since my last video on the channel. When I recorded my last video, Bitcoin was right here once again, just as it was getting a bounce off this support level at 38,000. And currently at the time of recording this video, Bitcoin is at around 48,000 US dollars, which is absolutely insane. It's gained like $10,000 in a day. And I did actually mention in my last video, if you already watched it, then you would already know this, but I said if Bitcoin broke its all-time high, which was at 42,000, I said the next big Fibonacci level is the 1618 Fibonacci level, and that's currently at 50,000 US dollars. Just zooming out on the 4-hour chart here, as you can see, I'll just quickly draw out the Fibonacci extensions once again. And yeah, as you can see, drawing it from the old all-time high at 42,000 down to this low that we had just here at around 29,000. The next massive Fibonacci level is right here, coming in at exactly 50,000 US dollars. That's what this big white line is right here. So yeah, that target is still currently in play. We haven't hit 50,000 yet, but honestly, I would expect the Bitcoin price to be above 50,000 at the rate it's going within the next day or two, to be honest with you. Now, if you didn't know already, if you've been living under a rock, this massive price pump that Bitcoin has experienced in the last day is mostly because of the massive news coming from Elon Musk. See, I'll just quickly cover this news story in this video, but I'm sure a lot of you already know about this. Elon Musk officially just added Bitcoin to the Tesla balance sheet, and not just a small amount as well. He bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin to add to the Tesla balance sheet, which is obviously extremely bullish. And when the richest man in the world buys something, basically every investor in the world turns their head to take a look. So all eyes are on Elon Musk and Bitcoin at the moment, which is obviously extremely bullish once again. And not only that, but Elon Musk is planning to open up Bitcoin payments for Teslas, which is absolutely massive. That's legitimizing Bitcoin as a form of currency. So obviously these developments just in the last 24 hours are extremely bullish for Bitcoin, both short-term and long-term, because soon enough, a lot of companies and other big CEOs like Elon Musk will have to follow when they start seeing that this is actually working. For example, another company called MicroStrategy bought about $1 billion worth of Bitcoin just a few months ago at the end of 2020. And since then, their stock has absolutely rallied alongside Bitcoin because of how much Bitcoin that company is actually holding. The Tesla share price is also shooting up from Elon Musk buying into Bitcoin. So yeah, once again, other companies and CEOs are going to start turning their heads at this. And this is just the first massive company to finally get into Bitcoin. I strongly believe that more will follow soon. But yeah, anyway, back to the chart. So we're on the 4-hour charts once again. And so yeah, that just quickly explains this massive pump that we've had over the past few hours, the past day pretty much. And now, as for my technical analysis and my price targets and levels to watch out for and all of that stuff, I'm about to tell you all of that right now. So obviously my immediate upside target for Bitcoin is still the $50,000 area. This is obviously because of the 1618 Fibonacci level coming in right at 50,000 US dollars. And also the 50,000 US dollar level is just a massive psychological level because of the big round number. Above that, I'll be targeting around 54 to 55,000 US dollars. And that's because that is the price area that Bitcoin will finally become a $1 trillion asset. That's right. When Bitcoin hits 54,000 US dollars, the Bitcoin market cap will be at $1 trillion US dollars, which is obviously massive for Bitcoin. And it's only a matter of time before Bitcoin gets there. And as for downside targets, honestly, I don't really have any downside targets. Bitcoin is not in any form of bearish pattern right now. It's not even forming a bearish divergence. We're getting higher highs in both the price and in the RSI, which is obviously really good for Bitcoin. Just zooming out, Bitcoin obviously broke the all-time high. The all-time high was back here at 42,000, and yeah, since then we've gone to 48,000. Also, as soon as we broke the all-time high, as you can see here, we got some massive volume come in, which confirms the breakout as a real breakout. Another bullish thing for Bitcoin. And yeah, right now there's honestly no signs of slowing down. Just zooming down into the 2-hour chart just here, as you can see, Bitcoin had this initial breakout above the all-time high, and then it kind of came back down to almost retest the all-time high. It didn't even quite get down to that retest, and then it came back up and it's continued to pump even more. A classic sign of Bitcoin topping out is a blow off top. If I zoom out just here, here's a perfect example of that happening. When Bitcoin goes basically straight up and then starts to turn back down, and especially if it violently comes back down in the immediate short term, then that's not too good for Bitcoin, and that is a sign of Bitcoin topping out. But we're not seeing that whatsoever. It begun to form this type of blow off top just here, but then we consolidated sideways and then higher, and then we kept on heading higher, and we're still heading higher right now. So yeah, there's no sign of a top right now. And yeah, once again, I'm still targeting that $50,000 area, and I would expect Bitcoin to get there within the next few days. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets there within the next 24 hours. So yeah, I don't exactly have any downside targets in a bearish scenario for Bitcoin at the moment. Honestly, from what I'm seeing on the charts and from what I've experienced in the past with these type of pumps, in a bearish scenario, we'll most likely just consolidate sideways like we did just here, or perhaps form a bull flag to the downside like this. But in the short term, once again, that's just sideways consolidation, maybe slightly to the downside before we head up. Once again, this is just speculation, but that's just the most bearish scenario that I can see playing out right now. Just zooming back out to the 4-hour chart to just quickly show you this, perhaps the only bearish thing that I can actually see on the chart right now is the fact that the RSI is currently in overbought territories. So yeah, at least in the short term, Bitcoin is overbought at the moment, but if you zoom out to the daily, it's not really that overbought compared to what it was back here. And during a bull cycle, Bitcoin enters these overbought areas a lot. Just zooming back out here, this is the 2017 bull cycle, and there was plenty of times where Bitcoin entered these massive overbought areas as it continued to head higher and higher. Now, would I be buying, would I be holding, or would I be selling at these prices? And well, first of all, for myself, I'm simply just holding. I'm certainly not selling at these prices whatsoever. My longer term price targets for Bitcoin, once again, is in the 6-figure range. So I'm definitely not selling Bitcoin at these price levels. And I'm also not buying Bitcoin at these levels. And that's because I accumulated a lot of Bitcoin down at these lower levels at around 30,000 US dollars. I was making videos telling you that Bitcoin was bottoming out as Bitcoin was bottoming out just back here. So yeah, there's just so much valuable information in these videos and on my channel. So yeah, obviously make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you're not missing any of these videos, and watch all the way to the end so you're not missing any of the valuable information in these videos. But yeah, if you're a new viewer on the channel, obviously you weren't around to see these videos back down here. So what about right now? What if you missed that opportunity to buy and you're still left with basically no Bitcoin and you're wanting to buy in? What should you do? And honestly, the best strategy, especially for beginners, for buying Bitcoin is to just dollar cost average over time. So dollar cost averaging is simply just buying a little bit now, and then maybe tomorrow buy a little bit more, or in a week buy a little bit more again. So that way, right now, you will own some Bitcoin for if Bitcoin does pump straight above $50,000, you're going to be making gains. But you will still have money on the side for if Bitcoin does come back down a little bit, you can buy a little bit more. That's what I would be doing if I hadn't accumulated at lower levels. All right, now heading over to the Ethereum US dollar chart, I'll quickly do some Ethereum analysis for you guys as always. And right now, there's an Ethereum breakout that is imminent on the chart. The all-time high for Ethereum comes in at around 1,760 US dollars. That's what this white line is just here on the chart. And as you can see just here, the Ethereum price is pushing up closer and closer to this all-time high. And anytime the price gets right up close to the all-time high like that, and he's basically dragging along that price level, it's honestly just about to crack through that price level and it's going to explode into a new all-time high. I've seen this time and time again for both Ethereum and Bitcoin and in other cryptos. If you look, it's also forming a small ascending triangle pattern. See, we're forming higher lows just in the super short term and horizontal highs. And if I zoom out on the charts, we were in this same sort of price pattern just here. And obviously we broke out into new all-time highs because this type of pattern is a bullish pattern. And we're just about to have a massive breakout for Ethereum in the short term just here. And if you don't know already, Ethereum tends to follow what Bitcoin does. So the fact that Bitcoin had a massive pump over the last day and Ethereum hasn't really seen the same pump just gives you a massive opportunity in Ethereum right now. Because right now Ethereum is still incredibly cheap against Bitcoin. And yeah, once again, I'll be accumulating a lot of Ethereum right now, especially if you haven't already. I was accumulating Ethereum down here, as I mentioned in my last couple videos. But yeah, if I didn't accumulate down in these lower levels, I will definitely be buying more Ethereum right now because we're just about to break into a new all-time high. And as for price targets, if I just draw out the Fibonacci extensions on the chart just here, the next Fibonacci extension comes in at 1,922. So pretty much around 2,000 US dollars is the next big area of resistance. So yeah, once again, this is because of the next Fibonacci level, the 1618 Fibonacci level coming in at 1920. And obviously the $2,000 level is a big psychological level, just that big round number of $2,000. There could be a lot of sell orders set at that $2,000 level. So yeah, we could definitely see some resistance at those areas, but long term, Ethereum's definitely going to break above $2,000 in my opinion. So yeah, buying right now, once again, at the time of recording this video, Ethereum's just under its all-time high at 1760. Right now it's at about 1750. And yeah, considering that Ethereum will very likely be above $2,000 within the next few weeks, getting into Ethereum right now is definitely a very good opportunity. This is not financial advice. Always make sure you do your own research, but this is just what I'm doing and what I'm seeing on the charts. But yeah, anyway, that's just about all I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. Once again, I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so if you could just spend a couple of seconds to click like and subscribe, it seriously helps out the channel so much. And yeah, I've noticed a lot more of you have been subscribing to the channel, and yeah, I just want to say I really appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. This community on this channel right now is growing so rapidly, and all of you right now on the channel are still super early to this channel. And yeah, once again, I just really appreciate all of the support. And yeah, if you have any comments, if you have any feedback, suggestions, or questions for me, let me know in a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I read and reply to every single comment on my videos, so yeah, don't be afraid to just leave a comment down below. Yeah, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.